Alright folks, today we're making these amazing looking pineapple pork buns, so stay tuned. It's time to grill. Several weeks ago I visited New York City for a recipe research. Some of you might have seen the video where I visited MEI LAI, which is a restaurant in Chinatown that sells pork pineapple buns. And these were so amazing I decided to make a version at home and tell you how I did it. Because they really turned out amazing, pretty close to the original. So let's get this video started with a pork neck. Slice it and then dice it. And of course, as always, you will find the whole list of ingredients inside the video description. If you haven't seen my New York City traveling videos, you have to do it. They are online and you could check them out. It's a huge difference eating Chinese food outside China, and there's of course a big difference from European Chinese cuisine compared to the American or the Chinatown version in New York City. So I'm trying to do this with the ingredients from the European supermarket. So you will need rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, Hoi Sin sauce, which is almost the exact amount of each, a decent amount of salt, fresh ground peppercorns, and Chinese 5 spices. This is a powder, you can do this by yourself or just buy one which is already mixed. Garlic and lime juice will be enough for finishing this marinade. Now give it a good mix and leave it in the refrigerator for approximately 6 hours. During the marination time there's not much work to do. Of course you can make your own yeast dough. I decided to go for some store-bought stuff. You can chop up some spring onions and of course you can heat up your grill. Only one more ingredient to come, you will need canned pineapple. I bought this one with dices and we're using this including the juices. I realized pretty quick that the pork meat must have been braised. So let's get started with a Dutch oven, some peanut oil, add the spring onions, and after several minutes add the complete mixture of meat and garlic into the cast iron pot. Start roasting it. Of course you can roast this longer, having darker colors, taking out one part, adding the other later on. I didn't mind that we had a lot of water and moisture inside that Dutch oven, so it's more a little bit of cooking than of roasting the pork. Then add the whole can of pineapple, including the juices, as I said, and some additional Hoi Sin sauce. All in all, we cooked a whole bottle of that, which was approximately 300 milliliters of Hoi Sin sauce. But you will find them inside the video description, as I mentioned. Give it a good mix now. And there are plenty ways of braising this pork right now. I decided just to close the lid, change the setup of the Kamado Joe to complete indirect heat by adding the deflector stones, and go for a braising temperature of 170 to 180 degrees Celsius, which is approximately 360 degrees Fahrenheit. This might take up to 90 minutes. In the meantime, you could add some veggie stock if you like. And after about 80 minutes, change the setup back again, so you have some high heat underneath the Dutch oven. And keep on stirring until more or less most of the moisture and liquids are gone and reduced. And this is completely full of flavor now. Let the pork cool down a little bit. In the meantime, take out your yeast dough. As I mentioned, I always have one of these packages in the fridge, so I'll be able to do some quick snacks and stuff. I cut one sheet of dough into 6 different pieces. Add your stuffing in the middle of one of these squares and close them gently. So here's the result. Keep going for the rest of the pieces. The whole amount of pork will lead up to 12 of these. So 2 sheets of yeast dough. After baking them 25 minutes at 160 or 70 degrees Celsius, 340 degrees Fahrenheit, you will end up with this beautiful looking pork pineapple buns. And they are pretty close to the original, as I mentioned. The original is a little bit sweeter, which might come from the yeast dough itself or from the egg wash we added on top. We didn't add any sugar to the egg wash. Delicious stuff, can't wait to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to check out my New York videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm out. See you.